Lateral bear crawl. For the lateral bear crawl, you're going to get on your hands and knees in a good bear position. You're going to pull your shoulders to your hips, turn your lats on, and you're going to pick your knees up just a couple inches. Then we're going to go sideways or laterally, opposite hand and foot at the same time. Try not to move your hand without your foot, otherwise you will turn in a circle. You're just going to go back and forth for this one. If you can't lateral bear crawl, just hold the bear position. Jump squats. For the jump squat, you're going to lower yourself into a squat, jump out of it, and then lower yourself back into it. So you're catching yourself with another squat. Try to explode with your legs. You're going to shoot your toes to the ground, straighten your legs, your knees, and your hips all at the same time. If you can't jump squat or you get tired, you can start drop squats, which is feet together, and then you're just dropping into a squat and coming back with your feet together. Or if you can't do this, you can do body weight squats, and you could do assisted body weight squats just by hanging on to anything that can support your body weight and help you out. Kick-ups. You're gonna lay on your back with your ribs tucked into your hips, and you're gonna bring both feet up towards the ceiling. Good, and try to get your rear end off the ground. So you're going to have your knees bent, and then you're gonna kick your feet up towards the ceiling. Try not to have your feet over your face. So if you kick too far forward, you're gonna end up with back problems. We want you to kick straight up. You're just activating your abs as much as possible. Good. If you can't do kick-ups, you can do dead bugs. So you just lay on your back, feet up, hands up, drop opposite arm and leg, and breathe out. Reach backs. For the reach backs, you're gonna sit back on your feet and you're gonna drop one elbow to the floor. So you're gonna have your forearm on the floor and your elbow down. You can put your hand behind your back or behind your head, whichever one you'd like to do. Either way, you're gonna roll all the way down and sniff your pit, which is how I remember to breathe. So you're gonna breathe in on the down and you're gonna breathe out on the up. So you're gonna rotate your elbow back behind you, straight up towards the ceiling. Breathe in on the down and come all the way down. You wanna go as much in either direction as you possibly can. If you can't sit back on your feet, it's okay to come up. Just make sure you don't move your hips as you're doing your reach back. Tabletop. So you're gonna have your feet on the ground and your hands behind your back on the floor. You can move your hands in whatever position is most comfortable for you and your shoulders, but you wanna keep your shoulders kind of pinched together in the back so you have really good posture. Then you're just gonna lift your hips towards the sky, making a human table. You're gonna be as flat as possible, pretend like you got a party tray. So drive your hips up, let your head relax back, and you wanna breathe in your belly. So you wanna make sure your glutes are holding you up at all times. If you want to make this one harder, you can do a march with the tabletop, which is just pick up one leg, put it down, and switch sides. If you need to make this easier, you can drop your back to the floor, do glute bridge. You're just going to lift your hips up, so it's the same thing, just your shoulders on the ground. Burpees. For the burpee, you're going to start standing on your feet, you're going to reach for the ground and put your hands down. You're gonna kick your legs out behind you and stick the landing in a good plank. So remember to stick your landing, don't let your hips drop. Then you're going to bring your feet back in towards your hands. If you bring them in wide, it's easier. And then you're gonna stand up. If you wanna make this harder, do your burpee with the jump. So hands down, feet out, feet in, jump out of it. And go really, really fast. If you wanna make this easier, you can do a walkout burpee, which is hands down and you just walk one foot at a time to your perfect plank and then walk them back in and stand up. This can also be done elevated with your hands on a couch or a bench or anything that supports your weight and won't slide out from underneath you. Ab horseshoes. You're going to drop down your elbows behind you, supporting your upper body. You're going to bring your feet together up in the air. You're going to drop your feet to one side. And then you're going to make a horseshoe, come up and around and drop to the other side. As you drop, make sure you are tucking your core hard into your pelvis. So your ribs are down. You're not letting your back or your chest lift up as you drop your legs. To make this exercise easier, just bring your feet up higher in the air and do little ones. Lateral bounding. For lateral bounding, you're just gonna jump from one foot to the other foot. Good. You can jump far or you can jump short ones fast. Either way, side to side.